Hi guys, this is my first review ever done online. It's about Baahubali the movie. I saw it yesterday, and these are the things I liked and didn't like about the movie. I think someone needs to critique the movie other than just saying it as India's most expensive movie, the best movie ever made because of the amount of money spent. I think someone needs to critique it for what was shown in the movie. And here are the things that I believe was done right and was not done right, in my opinion. Again, it's for me to say this against 1 billion people who loved that movie. I'm assuming ever since it came out, I'm going to get a lot of bad comments, but I am okay with it. Number one, I love the movie for its production value. Great CGI. I mean, there were some moments where it was very obvious that it was CGI, and it was looking up to the west with all the collages that were made and the compositing that involved. It was very 300-like, but regardless, it was impressive. Also, I appreciate the fact that the first scene where you see the girl is being chased when the girl is being chased by a bunch of thugs, soldiers or whoever they are. I was so disappointed. I'm like, I don't want to see another movie where the girl is being chased and the guy has to come and protect her, and she's the most beautiful girl in the world, and here comes a guy who's like a very average-looking guy, and he's going to have to protect her. And it didn't happen that way. She was able to fight them off by herself with the help of her own team. So that was the first time I have seen that happen in Indian movies. Maybe there are other ones, but this was like a major movie that allowed the girl to stand up for herself. So I really applaud you for doing that. And now, the only one thing that I did not like about this movie was the way he approaches her. And whether we like it or not, it's a very male-dominant world, especially in India. And that kind of reflects in the way he approaches her. That is, you just showed her protecting herself, and then the stranger walks up to her and strips her naked, puts lipstick and mascara on her, and then returns her mask or whatever the stupid thing it was, and she falls in love with him, like right then and there, and which is all nice and fine, but think about that happening in real life. I'm not worried about the ones who are watching this for the most part, because you have some sort of sense of reality. I mean, you're educated, you obviously have a computer, you can understand English. Maybe that part doesn't even matter, but you've seen more to this world. But I'm afraid of the ones that are going to watch this, for whom this is the only outlet of entertainment and creativity. When they watch this, the ones who have no exposure to anything because they're just born in it, when they watch it, they think this is how reality works. They will go up to a girl and try to do this in real life. And that is one of the reasons why we have rape in India. I'm not saying that's the only reason, but movies always portray tell men to go out in front of a girl and do the craziest things possible to impress her, and she will fall for you. And that is a wrong message we are still sending out. No matter how much money they spend on this movie, I don't agree with that. And that is my opinion, and that needs to change. We are in 2015. There needs to be more movies that show how do you fall in love with a person. There should be mutual consent. You don't just run up to a girl and just strip her naked or whatever. I lied. So there was one other thing that I thought was childish in the movie moments where, and I've seen this happen in almost every single action movie that comes from, the subcontinent. One is the part where, a part like where he lifts up a shivling that is probably a 1 ton or more looking thing and puts it on his shoulder and walks, for quite a long and puts it under the waterfall while the camera zooms in on his biceps, and very childlike moments where, that's pretty much all it took to captivate the audience and their imagination. But I remember just sitting there with giggling, trying to take it seriously with moments like that. I just wish you spent so much into this, there is a word called realism that would have helped if they applied that. Because there is enough people in India who can appreciate realism at this point. It doesn't always have to be escapism and larger than life figures. But that was the only other thing I can think of.